I feel like there's something wrong with my eyes. Oh, what is that?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to drawittoo. My name's Ramny, and today we're going to draw Superman from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. On the previous episode of the How to Draw show, we did Batfleck, aka Batman from Batman v Superman, and this time we're going to do my take on Henry Cavill as Superman from the movie. It doesn't take a lot to get started. All you need is a 2B pencil, an eraser, and any type of white paper. As always, as you are drawing, feel free to pause the video so that you can catch up. Having said all of that, let's get right to it.
To get started, what you want to do is draw a line that goes right down the middle of your page. I've got my page in landscape, and just find the middle and just draw. It doesn't have to be straight, it's just a guideline. So just try to draw a faint straight line going down the middle. Now we're going to draw the general shape of Superman first so that we can get a good idea of proportion and sizes and spacing. So to do that, let's draw the head. The head is going to be an oval starting here at the top. Always make sure that one side, this side, is roughly the same size as the other side when you're doing this. So we're going to draw things symmetrically, left and right. Okay, next we're going to draw the neck, and the neck is broad and it starts over here on these sides of the oval and goes straight down. So that gives him a broad neck, and then from broad neck, we got broad shoulders. And those are just diagonal lines that go down from the neck. Then let's do the initial shape for the actual shoulder muscles, and they sort of look like this, just like that. Okay, now let's find the chest area. The bottom of the chest, it's about here. So let's draw a straight line going like this, and then two lines curving upward, one on each end. And now let's draw the bicep muscles, and to do that, we're just going to draw a little curve from this point right here. We're going to draw curves going out to the up towards the corners of the page, just like that. And here we're going to do this, make a curve like this, about halfway through the bicep muscle. And same thing on the other side, and straight down to here, and then we're going to curve out again, and then this one goes down. So this one goes down, and then this one sort of curves outward. We'll fix it later on when we work on the arm muscles. Okay, now with the chest kind of goes up a little bit here, so we're going to bring it up like this. So that's the shape of the chest, and then we're going to draw the back muscles now. And you start there, just goes inward like this, and then lines that taper. They go sort of go closer towards each other as they go down, and then lines that go out right there and there. So that's the general shape for Superman's upper body. Now if you step back, you can kind of get a good idea of whether it is symmetrical or not. So go ahead and fix a couple of things if you find that it is not quite as symmetrical as you'd like it to be. Okay, starting with the head, what you want to do is you want to create a very firm jawline. So we're going to draw a flat line, well, not too flat, but just a flatter line here at the bottom. That's going to be the bottom of Superman's chin, and then from the chin goes back outwards towards these little neck lines right here, and then it goes up just like that. Okay, not quite. If you think of this as the center, just a little bit above that would be the eye line. So there's my eye line right there, and I'm going to draw the nose line, and the nose line is about here. With the eye line, we're going to draw the ears. So the top of the ear is right here where the eye line is, and it just goes down just like that. Same thing on the other side. Make sure that the ears are exactly the same size and not sticking too far outward. Now let's draw the hairstyle. So from here, we're going to draw his hairline. And Superman's hairline, he's kind of got widow's peaks, and that's just like a wonky M shape here. And then it runs along the sides, and then as it meets here, it tapers and meets the line outside. He's got a part on this side, so we're going to draw that, and we're going to draw this side first, and this is how that side of his head goes. That's his hairstyle, and the other side goes outward and then in just like this. So that is Superman's hairstyle. just going to fix it up because he's got some hair that goes in front of his ears. There you go. The Superman and Batman v Superman doesn't do a lot of smiling. He's actually got a pretty angry demeanor throughout the movie. So in order to show that, what we want to do is we want to create 2 lines right there, and lines that go not parallel to the eye line, but sort of going straight up, going up a little bit on the as you go further out towards the edge of the face, just like that. And so that's his brow. And if you draw more lines, he'll look even meaner. Let's start with the bottom of the nose. I'm going to draw 2 faint dots, just like that. 1 on each side. And they're not quite dots, they're more like ovals, and those are going to be the nostrils. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a line pointing downward on each side so that it makes a little M shape. And that's going to be the bottom of the nose. A little curve right here. A smaller one right there. And I'm going to draw the bridge of the nose, just like that. Let's draw the eyebrows. And the eyebrows are just going to follow this line right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it thicker along here, just like that. And then same thing on the other side, we're going to make it thicker right about there. And draw that line, and then feel free to shade it in. And always make sure that it is the same on each side. If not, go ahead and fix it. Right beneath the eyebrows, I'm just going to draw the eyes, and they look like this. Okay, so it's a line going down. Feel free to move your paper so that you can maneuver your wrist and hand a lot better. And going up, and then just like that. I think mine's a little too far apart, so what I'm going to do is move them a little bit closer to each other. And we're going to have him looking straight ahead, so that's just a semicircle right in the middle, not touching the bottom of the eye, but touching the top of the eye right here, kind of connected to the eyebrow a little bit. And I'm going to shade that in, but leave a little circle in the middle. And then I'm going to draw 2 lines at the bottom so that it looks like he's squinting. And then more lines right there. That little, a little line, a curvy line at the bottom of his nose. And the mouth, we're going to draw 3 lines. 1, and then 2. Okay, I think I made it a little too wide. And then 1 more here below it. And then I'm going to close this one off. So this one sort of makes a closed shape. But this one I'm going to leave as a line at the bottom. And then here I'm going to draw just a little dimple for the chin. And then at this point, step back and look to make sure that everything is in proportion. If you feel like something's out of shape or out of whack, go ahead and fix it again. So for me, I'm redoing the shape of the chin because I felt like he didn't have that much chin. There you go, that's better. Now I'm going to draw some cheekbones, and to do that, I'm just going to start off here, and then going inward like that, like this, and then on both sides. Shade in the hair now. And the way that I shade it, I like to show where the hair is flowing. So when you're shading it, feel free to do that as well. So okay, let's add some details in the ears. Just a line going like that, and that should do. Face is good. Once you're happy with your face, let's go ahead and continue, starting with the shoulders and neck. Draw an imaginary line going straight from the shoulder muscle to the other shoulder muscle, just like that. A little bit below it, we're going to draw a line just like this, but that big. And this line continues on to meet his neck. So that's pretty much his shirt line right there, but it's not a shirt, it's his costume. Okay, from here we're going to draw a line just below it, about that big, and we're going to draw it a little bit bigger, like that. A little bit longer. And then this is going to be where his cape billows out, and where his cape meets his costume, or his shirt area. So we're going to draw a line going out like that, and out like that to right here where this little valley is at. And then I'm going to draw another line right here, just like that, not meeting this line right here or this line right there, just right in the middle of it, from here to here. This is going to taper off until it meets this line right there. And this side actually goes back up like that. To show that his cape is folded in, let's draw these folds going outward. So 1, 2, 3 lines. And same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3 lines. And then here at the top, we're going to draw just folded cloth. Same thing on this side. So that's his cape going over his shoulder to the back. Now let's draw some lines for the neck. And just like what we did with Batman, we're going to draw the Adam's apple, which is just a line, a curvy S-shaped line that goes from this side of the face, the chin, to the center line. And then a line going outward from this side of the face, just going down on both sides. Okay, let's go ahead and draw the Superman emblem. And to do that, you first want to draw the diamond shape. And it starts right here, go here to here, just like that. Just a straight line. And then it goes outward towards the armpits. And then it meets below the chest area. So right around here, we'll make a point, and then we're going to draw lines from there to the chest, or from there to this point right here and this point right here. Okay, and then we're going to draw a smaller diamond shape inside this diamond shape. If you guys watched my How to Draw the Batman v Superman logo, you'll know that I drew the negative space in order to get the S shape. So that's exactly what we're going to do right here. So let's find the negative space. Starting right here, let's make 2 points, one there and one here. And the one here at the bottom, we're going to draw a little curved line that goes out just like that. Okay, and then from here, we're going to draw a line that ends right here, and it's going to look like this. And there we've got 2 negative spaces. Okay, now on this side, we're going to draw from here to about here. Just curve, just like that. I'm going to erase the middle line because the S is not a symmetrical shape, and I just want to get that out of the way so that we can draw the S emblem a lot more clearly. Now we're going to draw this shape that goes this way. And to do that, let's just draw a couple of guidelines. So we kind of want it to go about here, and we want it to end right there, and right about here. Okay, so don't make any sharp corners. Just try to draw a curved line as curvy as you can. So it goes like that, and then it goes like that. Oh, actually, right here, it does this. I'm going to go ahead and erase this line right here because we don't need it anymore, as well as this line and this line. Okay, now we've got the top part of the S. Let's draw the bottom part of the S. And to do so, we're going to draw a little teardrop that goes out like this, right here. So starting about here, we're going to draw a teardrop to around there, and then back up to this little point right here. The last thing that we want is a little triangle that has a rounded corner on this side. So here's the rounded corner, and then here is the triangle. There you go, the S logo. I'm going to erase some of these lines right here that we don't need anymore, so that the S looks more prominent. Let's give a little bit of definition to the shoulders. For this one, I'm not going to draw any lines, but rather I'm just going to create some shading. So this one I'm going to make it look like this, just following along so that it creates this rounded shoulder shape, just like that. Okay, and then let's continue with the biceps, and let's make the bicep a little more rounded. And then I'm going to draw a line right here, just like that, and then about a line right here. Add some shading right here, and then here I'm going to fix the tricep area. Also fix the forearms. A little bump right here where the elbow is supposed to be, and then one going down, just like that. And same thing on the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. Just going to add some shading where I feel like there should be some shadows. And to do that, I'm just running my pencil along and not really having any direction. I'm just taking it and just following the contours of the muscles, just like that. I guess what you could call this cross-hatching. And you keep doing it until you get almost a 3D effect with the arms. There you go. Once you're happy with it, let's move on. I'll do the same thing with the chest. We haven't really drawn the abs yet, so let's go ahead and get started on that. The way that I like to draw the abs is I like to draw this muscle here first. So from the middle of the chest right around here, we're going to draw two lines going down, and then they're going to meet up here by the emblem. Not quite at the bottom of the emblem, but right up at the top. And then I'm going to draw 2 lines going down, just like that. And those are just guidelines. Now, I realize here that my S is a little bit, the center line is a little bit crooked, or it's a little too close to this side, rather. So I'm just going to erase it and cheat a little bit and just draw another center line going down that way. It doesn't really matter very much. It's just a little subtle thing. Here's one set of abs, and here's another pair, and I'll draw another pair down here. And then coming out of the abs are just these muscles. So we're going to draw just ridges right along here, here, and then there, and then here, and then maybe right here. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so for Superman's costume, there's a little part of his costume that goes inward like this and goes towards his crotch area. And that's just, I guess instead of underwear, they had some intricate design. And I'm going to draw it just like this. Starting from here, we're going to draw a line going out like that. Same thing on the other side. Behind his back is supposed to be his cape. So we're going to draw a couple of lines going down just to indicate that there is a cape behind there. So just 2 lines going down. All right, so let's go ahead and shade the bottom of his chest here. I'm just going to shade it where I think the shadows should fall. And use your judgment. Essentially, the goal here is to try to make his body more 3-dimensional by creating shadowed areas. For the cape, I'm going to just lightly draw lines going down. And then same thing on the other side. Okay, now let's do the abs, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Think of the light being at the top of the picture, so it's going to shine down. So anywhere here at the bottom of the muscles, there's going to be a little bit of a shadow. So let's darken those areas. Okay, well, we kind of got the shadows going on in the bottom part of the picture, but the top is still not quite done. The cape here, I'm just going to draw the same kind of pattern that I did over here, where it's just light, faint lines going down. And I'm going to just draw faint lines going outward. And I want to darken these, the initial lines that we made in the first place, darken those, and then just light, faint lines following the way that the cape sort of billows out to the back. Any outlines and all that stuff, just make them a little bit darker. Okay, I'm going to shade this part. And then here I'm going to create a little bit of a shadow just to show the curviness of the chest. So it goes out like that, right there and right here as well. I think that's pretty good. With the S, I'm going to make sure it stands out. In the picture, the negative space is actually a lighter color. The negative space is yellow, and the S emblem itself is red. But I'm going to shade in the negative space instead because I want the S to stand out. And then I'm going to darken this line so that the S is very prominent. Sort of creates a little shadow because the S does stick out from the rest of his costume. Let's do the face and the neck. Let's start off with the neck first. And we want to create a little shadow right here. And another one, and somewhere right here. And then same thing on this side, we're going to create a little shadow right about here, just like that. Okay, and of course his face does make a shadow, so we're going to create some shadow just below the face. I'm not going to create too much shadow on the face, but I will darken a few things. Cheekbones. Right here I'm going to create some shadows, a little bit of shadow, just a faint shadow under the eyebrow. Don't make it as dark as the eyebrow itself. Okay, I think I made that one look too dark. And a little bit under the nose. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to erase this middle guideline, which I don't need anymore. And there you have it, you guys. It is the Man of Steel himself, Superman, from Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
And there you have it, you guys. I hope that your drawings turned out great. If you liked this video and found it helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Find me on Facebook or Instagram. Tag me at drawittoo on any of those social media sites if you do decide to post your drawings. And like always, you guys, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. We'll see you next time.